Hello everybody and welcome to the Dark Moon of July 2026 ritual tutorial for the Magical Circle School. My name is Yelazia, or as most of you know me by, my name's Jelly. So let's start. I have printed the ritual out because I have no space on my altar whatsoever for my laptop. That's absolutely fine. You don't need a lot of space. I just choose to have mine here and there's nowhere to put it. So I tend to print mine and then I can save them for later. So the way that this will work, I will quickly run through basics of things like items needed, and then I will show you the ritual setup that I have on my little workspace as well. And then I'll go ahead and I will do the ritual so that you can see what it is like. The other things that I'll go through is any changes that I've made or anything else I've decided to do that isn't in the ritual. This way you will be able to see that not everything that is written down is necessary. Sometimes things go wrong and that's absolutely fine. So let's have a quick look. Items needed are the purple candle, which I have already started off by changing to a blue candle. So the reason being is that the purple candle represents the chrome. Now to me, purple doesn't represent the chrome because purple is the top of the pentacle. It is the spiritual element. To me, dark blue represents older wisdom, gentleness, and an older kind of softer energy. So that's why I have the blue candle. I do have the black candle, and then we also have 4 stones to represent all of the elements. So suggestions are selenite, moss agate, amber and obsidian. I have chosen the earth one to be bloodstone because to me that just makes sense. I have citrine for the air element because it is associated with air, and I do not have any amber at the moment. This is the closest I have. I have got the obsidian, however I've chosen snowflake obsidian because this is more of the gentle realization energy that I would like to get from this divination, so that's why I've changed it to that. And then I have opalite to represent water. So what else is there? Okay, the Rider Waite Smith tarot deck. I don't have that. I have the Dark Forest tarot deck, which is the same idea, it's just that the images are different, as you will see from my 10 of Wands. Absolutely fine. The cards all roughly mean the same kind of thing, the images are just different. And this deck tends to be quite honest with me, and I would prefer that in this moment. Apple cider vinegar for post-ritual cleansing. That's fine, that's not part of this. You will not be seeing me do that. And finally, Psychic Smudge Mix. So that's lemon zest, cloves, tarragon. I do have those, however, my fire alarm system has been extremely sensitive when I have lit charcoal recently. So instead of cleansing my cards with those things, which I do have all 3 of right here, and I would normally make my own incense mix, I have opted for a sandalwood incense stick because this is still to do with psychism, it's still to do with cleansing and also connection, but this will not set my fire alarm off, and that's quite important because I don't want the fire brigade coming out while I'm all dolled up for a ritual. So instead I have that, and I have it in a little order. So other key things to note, with things like, well, I don't know, cakes and ale. At the moment I'm fasting, so I will not be having any cakes during this ritual. However, I will be having a little goblet of water instead. Notice the goblet is just a very fancy wine glass that I just got on discount from a different store a very long time ago. I liked it. It's on the altar. So let me very quickly show you what the altar setup looks like. As you can see, please excuse the mess. I have my goblet here, my incense here. I have my cards ready to go. I have the key card that's already set up. Please ignore the sword. And then I have all the other stones all set to their points of origin. So with that, let's get started. Okay, so the way that this is going to work, I'm going to read exactly what is on the ritual sheet, and then I'm going to go ahead and do it so that you can see what it looks like in real time. So let me grab this. We will be starting off by casting the circle. So we start in the east. I'm already facing east. That is where my altar is. It just is. I like it facing this way, and it looks better in the room as well. We start in the east, and we are in search of wisdom and in hope of the transformation it can encourage. Raise your arms and turn slowly Deosil 3 times, visualizing yourself within the center of a silvery white bubble that grows outwards to the boundaries. Okay, in the middle, look east, 3 times in a circle, Deosil, which for most of us is clockwise. So, no mention of eyes being closed. Please don't close your eyes if you're likely to bump into things. I'm one of those people, I bump into everything, so I will not be closing my eyes. So, raise arms and spin 3 times. That's 1. That's 2. And 3. May the space be pure, may the space be protected, may the space be blessed. The circle is cast by my will. Little secret. The hand things, that's just me, just something that I feel like doing. I roll with it. Okay. Next, we call in the corners. Beginning in the west to honour the moon in Cancer and our inner emotions, hold up your water stone while saying, Opalite, hold up. Water, join our circle. Help us see our inner truths and aid our psychic work. We bid you hail and welcome. Place the stone in the west. Earth. Turn to the north and hold up your earth stone while saying, Earth, join our circle. Keep us grounded and let us feel your nurturing love. We bid you hail and welcome. Place the stone to the north. Turn to the east and hold up your air stone while saying, Air, join our circle. Fill us with inspiration and help us to see the possibilities. We bid you hail and welcome. Place the stone to the east. Turn to the south and hold up your fire stone while saying, Fire, join our circle. Give us strength and fuel our transformations. We bid you hail and welcome. Place the stone to the south. Now, before we continue, you will notice I have not turned to any specific direction. That is because I have them all placed accordingly on my altar. And I know that if I go and try to remember which is north, south, east, west, I'm going to lose my place. I'm going to forget what I'm doing, and things will just be very chaotic. So that's why I keep it on the desk. Okay. Evocation of the guides and deities. So now we need our fire stick. I have a lighter because I used to be a smoker. I'm not anymore. And matches can work out quite expensive and not very good for the environment either. So, turn back to the west to call upon the crone and sage to join the circle, saying, We welcome the sage. Light the black candle. Sometimes takes a minute. There we go. Who brings strength and objective truths as well as the crone. Light the purple, or in my case blue, candle. Oh, see? Didn't light first time. Doesn't matter. Try again. There we go. Who brings compassion and transformation. May they lend their wisdom and guide me to the knowledge I seek. We bid you hail and welcome. Corners are called. Deities are called. The only thing I didn't do, because I forgot, because I was distracted, was to cleanse my cards beforehand. Not a problem. I will light my incense stick. I'm a tiny bit of a pyromaniac, so I like letting it burn for just a moment and then blow it out. Now obviously we are not using the Four of Cups because that is the card that we are using on the side. And the other thing that I have is a little reminder of the position that each card needs to go in, because I'm not familiar with this spread. So I'll pop that right there to remind me. There. Quick little shuffle. Run the guys through the smoke. There we go. Now, pick up your cards and hold them between your hands. Spend a few moments focusing on your deity candles. Feel the energy they lend to your work. Take a few deep breaths to clear your mind and open your intuition to the messages that come through. Repeat the following until you feel that you are ready to begin. Moonlight, gone for the night, send your power for my divination tonight. Now, I don't think it's necessary to say it more than once for me personally, because I'm very connected to this deck and I'm very connected to the moon. However, you might want to say it 3 times, 2 times, 6 times, 10 times, whatever feels right for you. There's no right or wrong. It's just whenever you feel you are ready. Now, draw your cards randomly, placing them in the layout that was written on the ritual sheet. Jot down any quick impressions, but remember to wait until after the ritual for a deeper reading. I don't do this, I just lay them out and then I study them when the ritual is finished. But that's just me personally. If you want to stop, make a quick note of where they all are, that's absolutely fine. So what I'll do, I will draw my cards. I'll show you very quickly what they are, where they are. Now, with things like tarot, some people don't like having them upside down, they'll turn them the right way around. I quite like having them upside down because it's a slightly different meaning, but that's just me personally. And the other thing is, I have really tiny hands, and this deck is like almost as big as it, so I can't shuffle them the same way that most people do. I have to put them into 4 separate piles before doing like that shuffle. I won't be doing that because this candle's lit and I don't want to blow them out, so I'm just doing a very basic one. Okay, card 1. Now, first problem, I don't have a lot of space, so we're going to move 4 of Cups all the way over here. Oh, and I've dropped my reminder. Pick him back up, not a problem. Stay there, please. Thank you. Okay, the High Priest left reversed. Card 2. Page of Swords. Card 3. 8 of Cups. Card 4. Knight of Swords. Card 5. 7 of Cups. Card 6. The Empress. So, pop the cards down. Quickly show you what that looks like. You can see the layout just here. And that's exactly the layout that is on the ritual sheet as well. Of course, 4 of Cups is way up in this corner because I don't have any space. Not a problem. I'm not going to go ahead and delve into this too much, but what I will say is that one of the cards has just fallen off the desk. You can choose to ignore this, or you can pick it up. I like picking them up. It's often a message that I have not had. It is reversed, 6 of Swords. I will pop that on top of the deck to the side to study for later, because it might have some more meaning into what is in the reading. Okay, now next is communion. So raise your cake and ale. No cakes for me. To the crone and the sage, I drink, not eat, to honour the space we share this night. May I learn from your wisdom. You have no idea how much I needed that. It is hot as heck out here at the moment. Okay, so next. This is the portion where we would normally do energy requests. So we will pop a little note in saying if you have any, give them to us, and then you hum, clap, snap, stamp, dance, whatever it is to raise your vibrations higher and higher so that you can send those energies out to the people who need them. Now, typically I have a very specific one, which is health and happiness for all in our TMCS family. So for everybody in the Magical Circle School. That is because there's nothing specific that I want from this. I just want all of us to be healthy and to be happy as well. Moving on to the last parts of the ritual now. So thanks to the deities or guides, turn to the deity candles and say, We give thanks to the sage for his presence tonight. Bring to light the truth we needed to see with objectivity. We bid you farewell. And then you extinguish the black candle. You do not need a snuffer for this, even if it says you need one. No, you don't. We give thanks to the crone for her presence tonight, surrounding us with compassion to ease our transformations. We bid you farewell. Extinguish the purple candle. Didn't blow out. She wasn't ready to go, clearly. Begin where you ended. Turn to the south, saying, Fire, we bid you farewell with thanks for your fiery strength. We will hold it within. Remove the firestone. Now I'm going to pop it back there because then I know where it is. Otherwise I will lose it. Key tip. Turn to the east. Air, we bid you farewell with thanks for your inspiration. We will remember the possibilities it's shown. Remove your airstone. Turn to the north, saying, Earth, we bid you farewell. We thanks for the comfort you brought. We will continue to feel your love. Remove the earthstone. See? Messed up verbiage. Not a problem. Turn to the west, saying, Water, we bid you farewell with thanks for all you have revealed. We will use it to find balance within. Remove the water stone. Now it's time to open the circle. So this does specifically say, close your eyes, allow yourself to visualize the energy dispersing back into the universe. And it has a little verbiage. So I obviously can't close my eyes because then I won't be able to read it. And I know I'm not going to remember it. So instead, what I like to do is put my arms up on my head with my hands facing outwards. And as I say the verbiage, I will bring them down to open the circle. But that's just a me thing. So, our work is done for the night. I release the light back to its source. Our circle is open, but remains unbroken. And at this point, I can feel that the energy surrounding me has returned to my hands and been sent back to the ground below me. And that, everybody, is the ritual. That's all there is to it. There's little things that go wrong. There's little substitutions you need to make. There's things that don't quite make sense to you. And that is absolutely fine. Now, if this is the kind of thing that you like and you would like something like this in future, please let us know. You can either comment down below or you can send an email to tmcsouncilmembers@gmail.com, or you can tag us in the Facebook group when we upload it there as well. Thank you very much, everybody. And I will not say it because not everybody says it. So instead, happy witching.